So, let's start with the beginning. East Blue, do you think it still holds up compared to later arcs?
Absolutely. It's raw, it's emotional, and honestly, it lays the soul of One Piece right there. Luffy's optimism, it starts in Fuchsia Village,
Yeah, that first scene with Shanks giving Luffy the hat still gives me chills.
right? That one act basically defines Luffy's entire motivation. And it's not about revenge or fame, it's about freedom.
And dreams. Everyone Luffy meets has a dream, and he believes in it even more than they do sometimes.
Zoro's a great example. Luffy frees him, and Zoro immediately pledges loyalty. That's huge.
And I love how Zoro doesn't hesitate. Like, I'll become the world's greatest swordsman. For you. Powerful.
Nemi's arc hits hard too. At first she's all mystery and mischief. Then bam! Arlong Park,
That help me scene? That's when I knew this wasn't just another shonen.
and Luffy placing the hat on her head. It's simple, but man, it's iconic.
Usopp brings the humor but also heart. That kid wants to be brave so badly.
And he kinda is. He stands up to Kuro even though he's terrified. Classic underdog energy.
Sanji's intro was fire, a literal fight between hunger and pride.
Zeph's backstory? Dude gave up his leg to feed Sanji. That's hardcore love.
And Sanji feeding Jin even after a beating, it shows who he is, straight up.
The Barati arc has one of the cleanest moments too. Mihawk showing up and cutting a ship in half like it's butter.
It really sets the power scale, right? Shows how far the crew still has to go.
Exactly. But even then, Luffy's not discouraged. He's pumped.
That's what I love. The stakes in East Blue aren't about world-ending battles, they're personal.
Yeah, each arc is about trust, betrayal, and finding your people.
Romance. Dawn was a great opening too. Kobe's such a mirror for Luffy, scared but dreaming.
And that moment when Kobe finds the courage to stand up to Morgan? Growth.
Speaking of which, Captain Morgan was terrifying at first. That axe arm? Yikes.
But also a perfect example of corruption in the Marines. Something we'll see more of later.
Orangetown with Buggy was wild too. First Devil Fruit showdown.
And Buggy's still around. Who knew he'd go from joke to emperor?
Syrup Village was slower, but the emotional payoff was worth it.
Yeah, Usopp saying goodbye to Kaya. Man, his lies had heart.
And getting the Going Merry, that ship was more than a boat, it was home.
Until, oof, we'll save that for another episode.
Arlong Park though, that's peak East Blue. Nami's entire arc pays off there.
And Luffy punching through that wall still gives me goosebumps.
So true. East Blue might look basic now, but it set the emotional blueprint for the whole series.
Yeah, no East Blue, no Straw Hat Crew, no Pirate King Dream.
Alright, before we wrap, if you could join the crew during East Blue, which arc would you jump into?
Maybe Barati. I'd love to learn to cook from Sanji. And dodge some chairs.
I'd go with Syrup Village. I'd hype up Usopp's lies just to see him shine.
Classic. All right, folks, send us your answers. We'll read a few next time.
And next time, we head into the Grand Line. It's Alabasta time.
Crocodile, sand, secrets. It's gonna be huge.
Till then, keep dreaming and don't forget, the Pirate King isn't born, he's made.
See you on the next voyage.